Simply the most bizarre attempt at an election on the part of Kamala that anybody has ever seen. Unbelievable. Just when you think, okay, I think I got this figured out. No, no, you don't figure it out. No, I don't understand any of it. How does this work? How does this work? In the name of God. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't even know how to start, but I will do it this way. Please, first and foremost, let me remind you, I cannot wait until this coming Saturday night. Do it now, because once we hit those fire marshal codes and numbers, and you got to be there, you got to be in that room. Believe me, at the Cutting Room, New York City, this Saturday night for the electile dysfunction tour. The celebration, 10 days to go from that date until the election. The information is contained below in the description section. There it is right there. Also, if you go to the top of my Twitter account or X or whatever it's called, at Lionel Media, there is the information. Click that ticket code and there you go. It's unbelievable, dear friends. In addition, as I've been telling you, I was watching this fellow, Tim Pool. Somebody kinda came across something he was saying the other day. I like a lot of what he says. Very interesting, very angry, always angry, looks empingado, has that edge wool cap on, that always has the watchman cap, for that look. And he was talking about a complete and total disruption after the election, and there's gonna be martial law in the streets. It's not at all far-fetched. I can't plan on it, but it's not at all far-fetched. And that's why I'm saying to you, ladies and gentlemen, my dear friend, if you have not, at any point, at any time, if you have not figured out how to access, if you will, preparewithlionel.com to get ready for some emergency at some point, whether it's, and we can go down the list of whatever it is, from nuclear fallout to civil disaster, who knows? Preparewithlionel.com. This is imperative. Imperative, I say to you. Go right now, preparewithlionel.com. There's food. Remember, food, water, energy, gold. Don't forget we got our gold. That's another thing too. And finally, ammunition. Now, the ammo I can't help you with, but everything else we can. But specifically food. Do it right now. Preparewithlionel.com. 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 Do it. You will thank me. I'm telling you, it will only, I don't know, save your life. Now, dear friends, I don't even know where to begin. I don't even know where to start. I don't even know where to start with what will be the and today, by the way, is a veritable sampling of evidence of the lunacy that we live in. It's the most incredible thing anybody's ever seen. It's the most incredible thing anybody's ever seen. It's the most incredible thing anybody has ever seen. It is the most incredible thing, and it is so demented, and so many of you wonderful people are so 100% correct. Uh, Look at this. Prepare for the Kraken. Where is she? Where is Sidney Powell? Whatever happened to her? What is it? I like this. The best gold is what you can dig out of the ground. Okay. I don't know what that means, but if you want to go in the backyard and start digging, you be my guest. How about Mark Cuban? What is his problem? He doesn't look anemic. He looks, well, I'm going to leave it at that. He's looking more and more like a Rachel Maddow doppelganger. Anytime we get to use the word doppelganger, we will do it. It is absolutely incredible. Uh Look at this. Lori Perigo says, "I'm following your beautiful wife now. Last night I was doing a remodel and listened to her the whole time while standing built in industrial bunk beds for extension of my studio. I love you both." Lori, thank you. Have you heard about the Yahoo Boys? Have you heard about them? She did a whole thing. Go to Lynn's Word, hear about the Yahoo Boys. They don't want you to They don't want you to hear that. I don't know why. This is where this extortion out of Nigeria comes from, the Yahoo Boys. You heard about them? No, I don't mean Yahoo, the browser. I'm talking about that. They're like they got their name from that, but we're not saying it's not Yahoo, the browser company. It's these folks. You understand what I'm saying? I am telling you. Now, remember, my friends, as we say, it's happening in a couple of weeks. The storm, the tsunami, the tidal wave, the earthquake is happening. Everywhere you go, what this man did is so look at this. On the way to Bucks County. Why do I hear this? Hang on a minute. Oh, I know what this there we go. Let me get rid of this count. There we go. This is from Bucks County. This is in Pennsylvania, Keystone State. Look at the reactions. Look at this. Look at the turnout. This is on the way to the McDonald's, which, by the way, the big thing now is they're saying that's staged. Have you heard this one? You're going to love this. They're saying that's staged. So X, or Twitter, in response, is showing Chuck Schumer with with the frozen meat patties. That was staged. How about when all of them were wearing the kente cloth when that thug, that opioid thug, uh, 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 George Floyd died? Remember that one? That was staged. Everything they do is staged. These bastards have cojones, elephantine, the balls these people have. Staged. Everything they're doing is staged. We'll get to that. How about Maria Shriver? We'll get to that one. But look at this. Just dig this. Look at the response. Look at the love. Just to wave at them. This isn't even a rally. This is just, I guess people, honey, did they just line up just to see him? Just for the motorcade. This is people just in Pennsylvania just to stop. They got out of the car. They had to park. I don't know where the hell all these people parked, probably on lawns and whatever it was. Kind of like the old sportatorium in Tampa. They're miles and 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 miles of people, thousands of people. Look at him just to get a glimpse of him. Easterville, look at this. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. This is, and they're calling this a toss-up state. Such horseshit. What? Toss-up? Battleground? What are you talking about? Feast or famine? And today, Kamala is taking a day off. They're retooling. It's over. Look at this. Pennsylvania. Look. I don't give a diddly damn if this was staged, orchestrated, choreographed, or whatever. This was this was the thing that put him over. Let me also tell you something. Don't rule out if Trump can go on, let's say Rogan, like now, so, because there's no way that what's her name's going to go on, but that because it was hinting that some big star, something or other, that would be the icing on the cake. And now Joe, because don't forget who Joe Rogan's buddies are: Dana White and Elon Musk. And here's the best part about it. I'll bet you, seriously speaking, I will bet you that Trump has had more McDonald's in his lifetime than any of us here have. I mean it. I mean it. He's not pretending. Served it in the White House. He loves this stuff. He is not kidding around. Not kidding around. He's doing the accordion move with a hand.
Hello, sir. How you doing? Wealthy guy. There you go. He owns a lot of McDonald's. That's great. Thank you.
Look at this. I don't see any. Do you see any? Well, I don't want to say anything. Talk about bulletproof, but he looks like he's just regular. Look how nice he is.
Mr. Trump, what's your favorite thing to order at McDonald's?
I like it all. I like everything. But I do like the French fries while I'm working. I listen to...
The fries are good. You know now what they're saying. Have you heard this thing now? Bobby Kennedy's talking about he doesn't want seed oil to be used for the frying. Instead, he wants beef tallow. Beef tallow used to be how they would actually make the fries. And let me tell you something. In the old days, when McDonald's was McDonald's, I remember the McDonald's when you were a kid. I loved it. When Big Macs were great, this was and you know what? No matter where you go, any McDonald's is the same. No matter where it is, there's not like a good one, a bad one. It is so uniform, no matter how weird the staff is. I don't like these ones where you go in every now and then. Sometimes we'll be driving, we'll pull in to get, whatever. And they have those kiosks. No, give me the semi-literate at the cash register anytime.
She said it was so hot. It was so hot. It was such a tough job. But don't you have a man that's been doing it for many years?
Look at her.
We're going to say we learn how to do it right. Thank you.
Welcome here.
You know how tired he must be? He's got to fly around. I gotta go to McDonald's. I gotta sit there. Okay, I gotta shave these people. And this is supposedly the germphobe. Remember they said, "Oh, he's a germaphobe. He doesn't touch me." He's schlepping oil at a McDonald's in Feasterville, Pennsylvania. Germ freak my ass. Look at this. Shaking hands. How are you?
Joe's going to teach you some medium size.
Exactly.
What percentage of that?
That's going to be a daring question. What percentage of medium fries?
Yeah, I don't.
But mostly.
Yeah, I think each location is a little bit.
There's a new meme going around where he gave somebody 7 nuggets versus 6, and they're going to indict him.
Yeah.
Yeah. We didn't make the iconic ones.
And we're still talking about this because it's genius.
Yeah, and then once he's
Look at Tom says, it's staged. Yes, Tom. Yes. Life is staged. Yes, this is staged. It's victory. Rallies are staged. Elections are staged and sometimes rigged. Very good, Tom. Tom got to the bottom. It's staged. The news media wants you to know that. Staged my ass. It was genius. It's called organized, choreographed, arranged. Yes, yes. Rallies are. When Kamala stands in front of people, well, those people that she buses in and gives them a box lunch and $50, that's staged. That's recruited. By the way, Tom, do you think all those people standing outside along the road, you think that was staged too? No. I know where you're going, Tommy. I love you. Don't ever change. I mean that. By the way, Tommy is a king of sarcasm. How about a big hand for Tommy O.B., ladies and gentlemen? Please, don't try this at home. The man's a professional.
come up, I'll salt him, I'll make a cup of 2 hands. And then you can go right into here on the left.
Oh, we've seen
Yep,
this
totally
before. I
different.
know. We've seen it.
Have a good time. Nice to see you. It's a great franchise. It's a great company. And they've
I've seen this. I like the Indian guy. Thank you very much, Mr. President. Can you do one thing for us? Make sure that you make America great. Oh my God. I don't have change for that 20. I'm very, very tired, Mr. President. Oh my God. Donald Trump, you're wonderful. Very, very wonderful. Very, very wonderful. Remember, V's and W's are inverted. And let's talk about substantive message.
With your help, 15 days from now, can you imagine 15 days? Oh. Can you imagine? 15 days from now, we're going to win North Carolina. We're going to defeat Kamala Harris, and we're going to make America great again.
Isn't that wonderful? You want more, you say? You want more? I'll get more for you. I'll get more for you.
I'm here today with a message of hope for all Americans.
Yes.
With your vote in this election, I will end inflation, I will stop the invasion, and I will bring back the American dream. Our country is being crippled and destroyed by Kamala Harris. Kamala. How the hell did that ever happen? How did that ever happen? The guy had 14 million votes. I'm no fan of his, by the way. But he had 14 million votes. She had none. She was the first to lose. 22 people. She was the first out. She never made it to the great state of Iowa. Never made it. And, well, you know, they talk about it. She is a threat to democracy. I mean, that's really it. She's a threat to a lot of things, but that's the way it has to be, because we're winning by a lot. We're leading by a lot. We're leading in the polls. Every single state looks like we're doing really well. And with your support on November 5th, America will be bigger, better, bolder, richer, safer, and stronger than ever before. This election is a choice between whether we will have a think of this, 4 more years. Could you stand it? It's 4 more years of incompetence and stupidity.
Yes.
And failure and disaster, or whether we will begin the 4 greatest years in the history of our country. I think we have a real chance.
Isn't this incredible? Isn't this just incredible? Our good friend Cut Up Chatter says, I listened to her and wrote all of the wronged, myself included, a new poem of hope. Love you guys. Inspiring. Thank you, Cut Up Chatter. Ken Diazio says, I voted yesterday. Trump 2024. Indeed. YouTube says, the Amish are voting for the first time and it's for Trump. There you go. You know, I've never been to see the Amish or their little brother, the Mennonites, which I don't understand how that works. And remember that joke? Bang. Bang. It's an Amish drive-by shooting. In any event. Also, please check to see whether ballot selfies are against the law in your state. I know a lot of people are taking pictures of their ballots. I believe there was one federal court that said it was a First Amendment. Just be careful. Take a picture of the button. Oh, and do this for me. And I love this. Have you seen this? How about the women who, listen, God bless people. They're sitting in their car and have you seen this? They're trying very hard to be sexy. Hello, America. This lady's proud to vote for Trump. And they always happen to be they're very made up with their, what's the word? Décolletage. They're it's like, this is the way you're driving the way. Yes, I just happen to be here in my peignoir. Look at me. I'm a French woman voting for, I know you want me. I'm so hot. Anyway. And the voting bug, it's all reversed. They're in the other side of the sea. The whole thing's inverted. In any event. Look, if that melts your butter, that's fine. Okay. But you know who this is? This woman, I'm into guns, God, family. This lady's voting for Trump. and you know what they really want to say is, you want some of this, don't you? I know it. But that's okay. How do you know what I'm talking about? And it's okay. If that's what people want, that's okay. Look, I know what it's like. When I put pictures of me up there, I very rarely, but I sometimes somebody, and I realize it causes jealousy. I recognize it. But what are you going to do? No, it's okay. I know it. I will never understand it. I love that. You know I'm hot. You know you want me. You know who used to do that look all the time for a man? It was always weird. Remember David Copperfield? Whenever he would show you that picture of himself, like, hello, you know you want me. No, what are you doing? Just take the rabbit out of the hat. No, no, no. I'm a sexy man. Okay, alrighty. Now, quick, who can get this one? Who's this? Who's this? Quick, who's the first one? And what is it? Come on, who's this? Look at him. Not exactly a wild man. Who's that? Who is this? Who is this? Xi Jinping. Thank you, B. First one. Oh, no, SM got it. Good. Now, anything covered in, he's in Russia now for the BRICS meeting. BRICS. BRICS. Any of those morons on Fox News? You think Jesse Waters or Hannity or anybody talking about BRICS? BRICS, what is it? BRICS plus 6 right now? One of the biggest stories going on in the world. They never talk about that. Never. Listen, you know what it's like? I hate to say it. Fox News, still, they do this low-hanging fruit. News for people who don't have time to really investigate the news. I dig it. It's okay. What are you going to do? But BRICS is the Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, plus 6, plus the Emirates and Saudi Arabia and Iran. I mean, it's huge, huge. Okay, don't worry about it. Never going to hear about it. Never going to hear anybody on Fox News. Never going to hear Gut Bucket or Typhoid or whatever his name is, or even Lawrence. Bless his heart, Lawrence. Send Lawrence out to some Waffle House in East McKeesport and ask him about BRICS. They don't know what you're talking about. They have no idea what you're talking about. When it comes to anything international, as you know, the conservative wing knows diddly squat. Now, here's what happens. You know who Usher is? Usher was the guy who said, I'm not going to be a part of any of this stuff. I'm not interested in Kamala. I'm not going to do this. Till they said, hey, Usher, want to see the pictures of the videos with you from Diddy? And then all of a sudden, there it is. There you go. There you go. Isn't that something? Hey, I thought you weren't going to be. Nope. I changed my mind, though. I changed my mind. Yeah, they showed me that. I don't know where he is, where it's that cold with a turtleneck and a thing. Where is he? I don't know if it's that cold anywhere. Maybe it's.
Let me make certain that I'm talking to all my AT aliens out here.
Is this great?
We ready? We what?
Yeah. We got those pictures of you, Usher. Yeah, buddy. Uh-huh. Yeah. Oh, you want to know? And not only that, the whole story. How you got involved. How young. We know it all. Now do you understand extortion? Yes. And for whom are you attempting to politic? This one.
When we think about the strength of our democracy,
Somebody suggested she looks benzoed, like some kind of like a diazepam or something. Like she's not drunk, but she might be a little loopy from kind of like a benzodiazepam, something like a Xanax or something. She's loopy.
because when we think about the strength of our democracy,
What are you talking
I
about?
think that there's a duality to the nature of democracy.
A duality.
When it's intact,
Intact?
oh, it's so strong
Yes, that's true.
in terms of what it does to uphold and protect individual rights and
Yeah.
freedoms.
Things that are intact normally, kind of, sort of. Yeah.
So strong.
Strong.
In its nature. And
And
it's very fragile.
fragile. It's fragile.
It will only be as strong as our willingness to fight for it.
I have no idea what that means. Health, I think of the duality of health. When health exists and when health is absent. When we are alive and when we are dead. I think of the duality, how it all And she's taking a day off today. What they call it, honey? A day off, a retooling, or she's retooling. So who are they sending out? Doug, that husband in there. These people are just tone deaf. This creepy guy, because some cat lady, some DEI cat lady says, I think he's a good idea to go out there and we're gonna pursue the message of the bilateral, the bifugal, and the man who is there. Okay. All right. Now let me ask you this question. Do you remember when they told you that Tom Cruise was crazy? I know this, I'm changing subjects drastically, which is what I do. I love to do it. Next paragraph, next chapter. Okay. They said, oh, that guy's crazy. He's in that Scientology cult thing. He's crazy. Tom Cruise is crazy. Jumped on the couch. He's crazy. Remember that? He's crazy. Really? Remember when he said this? And tell me what's crazy about it.
Day where I talk out against drugs and psychiatric abuses of electric shocking people, okay, against their will.
ECT, against your will, that's a tough one. ECT, by the way, has helped others, but I digress.
Of drugging children with them not knowing.
That's true.
The effects of these drugs. Do you know what Adderall is? Do you know Ritalin? Do you know now that Ritalin is a street drug? Do you understand that?
The difference is this was not against her will, though. But this wasn't against Brooke's will.
Matt, I'm asking you a question.
I understand there's abuse of all of these things.
No,
that's not the question, Matt. He said, you know what it is? And your answer should be, no, Tom, tell us. Now, you know what they're worried about is worried about big pharma. They're worried about the ads. And this guy he's talking to right now, this creep is a sexual predator who had a little device, a little lock on his desk that would lock the door. Remember what he did to his people? Remember that? And everybody knew about Matt Lauer. Everybody knew it. See that look? See those eyes? That's the look of a predator. This is these sick bastards who actually come and they and it's over with. He is so done and so through. So the next time you jump up and say, oh, Tom Cruise, he's crazy, listen to him. He's spot on.
See, here's the problem. You don't know the history of psychiatry. I do. All it does is mask the problem, Matt. And if you understand the history.
That is true. Sometimes, though, a mask is good. I'm just saying.
Of it, it masks the problem. That's what it does. That's all it does. You're not getting to the reason why. There is no such thing as a chemical imbalance. I'm saying that drugs aren't the answer, that these drugs are very dangerous. They're mind-altering, antipsychotic drugs.
That's
and there
true.
are ways of doing it without that so that we don't end up in a brave new world.
Yes, there are abuses.
Yes.
And yes, maybe they've gone too far in certain areas. Maybe there are too many kids on Ritalin. Maybe electric shock.
Too many kids on Ritalin. Matt.
I'm just saying. But
so
aren't there
Matt.
examples where it works?
Matt, you don't even, you're glib. You don't even know
Glib.
what Ritalin is. If you start talking about chemical imbalance, you have to evaluate and read the research papers on how they came up with these theories, Matt. Okay? That's what I've done. And you go and you say, where's the medical test? Where's the blood test that says how much Ritalin you're supposed to get?
It's very impressive to listen to you because clearly you've done the homework and you know the subject.
And you should.
arguing
And
with?
you should do that also because just knowing people who are on Ritalin isn't enough. You should be a little bit more responsible in knowing
I'm
really.
not prescribing Ritalin, Tom, and I'm not asking anyone else to do
well,
it. I'm
you
simply
are. You're saying no.
I know some people who seem to have been helped by it.
But you're saying, but it's like this is a very important issue.
This is a very,
and you know what? And you're here on the Today Show,
right?
And to talk about it in a way of saying, well, isn't it okay?
He's
and
not
being
there
reasonable about
anymore.
it when you don't know, and I do. I think that you should be a little bit more responsible in knowing what it is because you communicate to people.
See, let me tell you something. Look. I'm not here to defend him. When you're talking about somebody who is really psychotic. I mean, you can do all the talk therapy you want. You can do juices and whatever. That's a different story. I'm not going to argue the point. But the point is, remember how they told us? Because Big Pharma, let me see, what else did they lie to us about? I can't. Maybe you can help me with this. In any event, the Faucis and the CDCs. Sound familiar? But we were told he's crazy. He's crazy. I don't know how crazy he is. Sorry. Now, let me show you something that really blew. I came across this. This is a little boy who doesn't have iPads and whatever. This is a little kid who I saw this and watched this and think to myself, God bless this kid. God bless these parents. This is the way it kind of, I never could do this at any stage of my life, then or now. But watch this young man and ask yourself, how impressive is this?
3, 2, 1, go. Let's go, buddy. You got this. Come on, man. Quick.
Look at
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Beautiful. Come on.
Look at this.
Let's link it out. Woo! Let's go. Gorgeous,
Look
man.
good.
Gorgeous. Let's go. Finish. Hey. There it is. Yes, sir.
Isn't that beautiful? Go. Isn't that great? Isn't that great? That's just, oh my God. Think of this circuitry that's going on in the brain, the coordination, the excitement, getting out, screaming and yelling, and running and sweating and schwitzing and having your dad, I guess, say, yeah, good for you, buddy. Good for you. Success, athleticism, beautiful. This is what we need to get back to so much. Now, here's the best one. First of all, Maria Shriver. Bless her heart. Okay? Maria Shriver. I don't know what happened. Listen, I don't want to talk about. Towards the end, I don't know what happened to her, but she turned into Eunice. And that's not a good thing. That's all I'm saying. It's not a good thing. And she's married to Schwarzenegger, who cheated on her, and he's a psychopath. Well, they're divorced, yeah, but anyway, he's got that other kid, and from the housekeeper, and now they've got the one. How about that Patrick Schwarzenegger? Huh? No comment. No comment. No comment. And the other two Schwarzenegger girls, and they're the Kennedys, and she's a Shriver. She always reminds me, well, she's a Kennedy kind of. But then later on, she was young and this and this and today, and then she turned into my pretty. She turned into Margaret Hamilton. I don't know what happened to her, but anyway, she did. So they get her because some DEI cat lady says, hey, here's somebody from the past, some relic that we'll dig up. We'll dig her up from the past. Yeah, that's it. That's the ticket. We'll dig her up and we'll put her out and we'll see what she does, and okay, fine. So she's doing her thing and doing her whatever it is. So she goes to one of these staged things. Now, you think somebody was saying, now listen, Maria, help us out here. First of all, we got Liz Cheney. Who was the cat lady who said, let's bring Liz Cheney? Liz Cheney looks like she's constipated. Liz Cheney looks like, seriously, like she's a rock, like she's not feeling good. She's got the funja face. Liz Cheney. Who was going to say, I wasn't going to vote for her? Seriously. I had no interest whatsoever. But damn it, when I saw Liz Cheney, I said, hey, now you're talking. Thank you, crypto. I don't know if I thanked you before, but I'm thanking you again. So here's what they do. Let's get Maria Shriver on. And listen, Maria, yeah, whatever you do, don't let people know that the answers are fake, staged. That's the big thing, staged. Because we're saying that Trump's McDonald's thing was staged. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay. No, if anybody asks you a question, don't tell them it's staged. I'm not gonna tell them it's staged. What am I, stupid? I'm a Kennedy. I was raised in this. Politics is in our blood. Don't tell Bobby Kennedy this. By the way, did you see the chick who was kind of blackmailing him? This Nutsi, she's out. She's out. And Bobby's basically gone back to Cheryl, says, listen, you married a Kennedy. You know the deal. Okay. And when Trump's in, we'll work things out. But that's who I am. I'm a heroin addict. I saw my father killed when I was 10 years old, or whatever, or 13. I'm messed up. I have bear heads and sharks and this. I was raised with about 15 or so kids. I don't even remember. We lived in a house with no supervision. I'm a Kennedy. We're all screwed up. And I chase women, not because I like them, not because I want intimacy, but because I want a little notch on my bed. Got it? That's who I am. I'm 70 years old. I'm taking PEDs or something. I'm walking around jacked up at the age of 70. Come on. I was talking to today a woman who is on every drug known to mankind. He goes, "You think he's on?" I said, "He's 70 years old. You don't gain bulk at the age of 70 unless you, fat." But anyway. So that being said, that was a long intro. I recognize that. So here's Maria Shriver. Remember, Maria, don't tell anybody it's staged. Don't tell anybody that the answers are prearranged. Okay, you got that? Okay.
You're not, unfortunately. We have some predetermined questions, and hopefully I'll be able to ask some of the questions that might be in your head. I hope so.
Wait a minute. What did you say?
You're not, unfortunately. We have some predetermined questions, and hopefully I'll be able to ask some of the questions that might be in your head. I hope so.
But that would make this staged. That would make this staged. Can you believe this? Too much window pane. Can you believe this? PAIN. I like that. I like when the homologues are confused. Let me explain this to you, ladies and gentlemen. Let me explain this to you. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, it's going to happen. And I know what you're thinking. How many of you, listen to me, how many right now are saying, "You don't understand, Uncle Lenny. They're going to pull some, I don't know what they're going to do. They're going to do something. They're going to have a meltdown, and they're going to flip the votes, and they're going to have some machine, but no media companies are going to be talking about it because they don't want to be sued." And that's what Uncle Lenny, you don't understand this. You don't understand how these bastards work. Uncle Lenny, you can't do this. You don't understand. I want to be happy. I can't. I just don't know. Right? Right? There's a part of you that says, "You know what?" And that's right. And you're thinking what that Jamie Raskin said. We're going to have to do our best to hold this. Well, you know what, Jamie Raskin? Do me a favor. Shut up. Now, what Trump has to do, I like it. William Masters says, "It's already happening." That's what we're hearing. Now, every time, Billy, every time Trump has to stand up and tell people what's happening, they're going to change the vote. Tell them. Say it. It's exactly. They're going to do it. And whenever you say, "Wait a minute, these votes were flipped," or this and that, or the ballots were sent to the wrong people, or whatever it is, they're going to say, "Oh, there you go again. There you are with your denial. This is how these people work. They're doing it again." Tell them. Let them know ahead of time. Say it. So to force them to say, "Well, what do you have to say for yourself?" Well, that is what's happening. Now, let me stop just for a second, all right? Because I don't want you to lose sight of this thing. I know it's, as we speak right now, it's very tough to get it. Believe me, I understand this. This is enough to freak you out. You think to yourself, "Dear God Almighty, how is this even remotely happening? How is this happening? How in the name of God? What are they going to do? What are they going to do? How does this work? How does this work?" It's one of those things where you're thinking to yourself, this can't be. There's no way. There's no way. I'm trying to see. I think it was like 13 days and hours or what have you. Okay. But I want you to listen to me carefully. I want you to ask yourself this question. Very, very carefully ask yourself this question. I want you to imagine what you're going to feel like when they say, "It is official. He is going to be the president." You hear what I'm saying? What are you going to feel like the moment you recognize the fact that he's going to be president? 13 days, 15 hours, 15 minutes. How will you describe the feeling when you realize we did it? We did it. It won't hit you. It's not, you hit it. And I want to ask you a question. And this is always one of my favorite questions. Let's assume you were the first person to know the official results that President Trump has been reelected. Who is the person that you want to be able to walk in and tell, maybe on a set, maybe on a set, maybe on some kind of a, I don't know, some kind of TV set or something. Who is the person that you want to walk in and say right off the bat? Who? Who is the person you want to say, I want to tell these people. I want to tell these people. I want to walk in. Personally speaking, I think, just for my own personal sadistic benefit, I think I want to walk in and tell Joy Behar, because she is so infantile. She literally does not understand how things work. That's what I think. I want to be able to sit there and say, close the door. Joy, you don't know me. Maybe she does. I don't know. I doubt it. And I want you to listen to me carefully. And I want you to listen to me. President Trump has won. You've got 4 years of him. He just tied Grover Cleveland as winning 2 non-consecutive terms. Do you hear what I'm saying? Do you hear what I am saying? Do you hear what I'm saying? And I want to see her face. I want to see everything about her face. I want to see her face. And I want you to know that they lied to you. They gave you this moron. This moron. Do you understand this? Donnie Douche. None of us Donnie Douche and Morning Joe. I don't think he really cares for it. Joe Scarborough. Maybe. That might be good. That might be a good one. I kind of like that one. I like that. Oh, junk yogurt. Let me tell you, chunky yogurt. I like that. Junk yogurt is now desperately, by the way, Patrick, desperately trying to regroup and recalibrate himself as a not so lefty leftist. Have you noticed that? That Anna Casper Emphysema, whatever her name is, Emphysema. I don't know. She talks about how she was somebody tried to abduct her or assault her or something with her dog. I don't know what the story is. She's not a lefty anymore. Anyway, because they realize that's over. Look at what Bill Maher's doing. Look what Bill Maher's doing. And what about Mark Cuban? This guy is when did he get so creepy? Remember when Mark Cuban was kind of like a cool guy, with the Mavericks and the football. He was now he looks like this. Rachel. Why is everybody looking like Rachel Maddow and Alex Soros and Rosie O'Donnell? What the hell's going on here? It's over with. You understand this? Oh, excuse me. It's pronounced, pardon me, jank. No, junk. I like chunky yogurt. It's junk yogurt. That absolute bilious bombast. Robert De Niro. De Niro would be money, but that's okay. Liz Solak, ladies, she's our troop mother. Don't mess with Lizzie. Never heard of him. This is they call the Young Turds. It's a show. It's been around for a while, and it received an infusion of millions of money from Jeff Katzenberg or somebody. Anyway, screaming and yelling, but that doesn't matter. My friends, Be aware of how we are winning. Crypto Domini, YouTube Souks, Kenny Diazio, Cut Up Chatter. I want to thank you, glorious and beautiful people, for being a part of this. Let me tell you something, my friends. We're going to win. We're going to win mightily. We're going to win drastically. Thank you so much for being not who you are, but what you appear to be. We will talk soon. Please have you couple of things to remember. And I can't say this enough to you. Right now, the deals change constantly. I can't keep track of all the specials for Prepare with Lionel. This is my Patriot Supply. They change drastically. Day to day, there's a brand new one. You've got to just go. Any particular deal you want, any amount of the level of introductory for survival food, whatever you want, is completely up to you. You understand what I'm saying? You decide your destiny. They are the best. But I ask you, now while everything is relatively calm, go to preparewithlionel.com. Remember, food, water, energy, gold, and ammo. Can't help you with the ammo, but with the food and the water filtration system and the biomass ovens and solar generators, everything you can imagine. And not just in case of some eschatological end, but just in terms of weather or perhaps just something that goes wrong. Because remember something. Remember what I told you. The longshoremen strike, they didn't settle that. They just postponed it. And why did they postpone it? They postponed it so that the left wouldn't be bad, because the left has always been connected with the Democrats, with labor. Always, 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 always. You know it. I know it. We all know it. Okay? It's the way that goes. So they haven't gotten rid of them. They haven't taken that off the table. And you heard that guy who talks about how he's going to cripple. This guy makes about $1 million a year. Not too bad. He's got a Bentley, He's doing terrific. He's doing great. He's taking orders. He knows what to do. And don't be surprised, as many people are suggesting, I'm not counting on this, but don't be surprised if after the election and before they say, okay, let's have an orange revolution. Let's show people what unrest can do. You wanted him? Great. What their message is going to be, great. You take us in relative calm, we'll destroy everything about your society and your family and your social structure and everything else. But at least there'll be some relative calm in the streets. Or vote for that guy, improve your economy, have a better standing in the world, but we'll make your life a living hell because we're in charge of all these choreographed lunatics, from BLM to Antifa to all of the labor folks you can imagine. We can do it. We shut you down with COVID. We shut you down with George Floyd. We can shut you down with anything. Anything. Defund the police. We have ready to go shock troops. You don't know where they are. We pick up the phone and all of a sudden, look at what's his name? No, NGO, Andy No, NGO. He does these great Twitter and X features. They can go like that and say, fine, where is it? Salem. All of a sudden, there they are. And they start bussing in. Next thing you know, you get the pallet of bricks. We saw this. A pallet of bricks on the corner of 57 to 50. What is this? To be used to throw in the buildings. What? Of course you know what this is. Wow. Is it that blatant? Yeah. It's exactly what it is. It's exactly what we're doing. That's exactly what we're doing. You understand how this thing works? Yes. That's the way it works. That's the way. It's so. All of a sudden, BLM out of nowhere, Antifa came out of nowhere. Who are these people? They had everything from I saw one time there was a NYPD Intel PDF that I got a hold of, and it showed their way of doing it. They were throwing cans of soup. They were taking frozen bottles of water, heaving that. There goes the evidence. Helmets, masks. All of a sudden, there they were. Government never went after Antifa one time. Who they were, where they were from. Remember those ones, these lunatics that were going to try to firebomb a police officer? One or both were lawyers. Never find out what happened to them. Remember how this thing works. I don't know how to tell you this other than it just is like that. And no matter how President Trump thinks he has learned, we do not have a significant counterbalance, dare I say, almost lovingly, selectively fascistic group of badass law enforcement. Look around and see who's protecting you. When we had that little problem, we had the problem with the quote anti-Semitic protest at various universities, Columbia and others. All of a sudden, the NYPD brought in a unit. I've never seen these people before. All of them over 6 feet tall, all of them in great shape, men and women, siege trucks. I saw equipment I've never seen before, and I've seen most of it. You just see it driving around. They told you, oh, we've got these people. But when you've got some fat shit standing on a corner with some bubble butt, fingernails, Cardi B lessons, talking on the phone, this is a joke. This is the police. This is NYPD. You've seen these people. You've seen them fat, out of shape, out. They couldn't run. Just this is it. Sergeants, the white shirts. Oh my God, this is a captain? This is, oh yeah. Because we either defund the police or fill them with people who are incompetent, who are there just for the pension. Just write it out. Talk on your phone all day. If those fingernails can maneuver this. Oh, it's incredible. It's the most incredible thing in the world. And you just see this everywhere. So just remember something. Our work has just begun. I don't want to kill. I'm going to be as happy as ever. And I'm going to be celebrating this triumphant return. But just understand something. Do not turn your back on these people. Do not turn your back. Do not think for a moment that everything's groovy. Remember what Jamie Raskin said. They want there to be problems. Do you understand what I'm saying? Good. All right, dear friends, have a great and a glorious day. We will talk to you later. Don't forget, follow Mrs. L at Lynn's Warriors and check out her new video on the Yahoo Boys and how they are responsible for this thing, which you may or may not have heard of, called sextortion, where they go out and they lure kids into the number of suicides, self-harm. You have no idea how big this is. These are predators. Anybody talking about that? Nope. Follow her, Lynn's Warriors. All right, my friend. Also, make sure you sign up for the newsletter. Another one's going out today. Have a great and glorious day. See you tonight. Don't forget, Lionel Nation, subscribe. And don't forget, the monkey's dead. The show's over. Sue you. Dead.